Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Jensen, and I'm running to be the next governor of Minnesota. In 1973, the Supreme Court issued a decision, Roe v. Wade, and it changed the course of our country's history. Never before had the right to an abortion been assured, and that's what took place then. In the 1990s, President Bill Clinton talked about the need for abortions to be safe, legal, and rare, and they certainly are not rare. This issue has divided our country and continues to do so. Recently, the Supreme Court has come out and said that they are overturning Roe v. Wade and pushing the issue back to the states where they believe it belongs. Justice Alito talked about an egregious overreach on the part of the court in 1973 to declare what they did. So in Minnesota, nothing really has changed a great deal in terms of the law because we have Doe v. Gomez from 1995 that guarantees the right of abortion in Minnesota. So what it does in Minnesota is it gives us a chance to have that big discussion. And I think that's important for Governor Walz, myself, and all people running for office to discuss this issue. Bottom line is, for me, we're dealing with two lives. And if someone else looks at it differently, I get that. I don't want to have this be a bitter witch hunt, but I believe that the focus has to be on both lives. And then the question is, when does the government afford the life of the child, the unborn newborn, if you will? When does that life get the protection of the Constitution of the United States? For me, if the mother's life is endangered, then that's the priority. And no longer should the law be governing what goes on, but that should be between the patient and their physician in the privacy of, if you will, a culture that holds dearly health privacy. And I do. To me, rape and incest as considerations would fall within the realm of, is the mother's life endangered? And I think the mother's life can be endangered quite readily without us seeing it, particularly in regards to suicidal ideation and how profound an impact might be occurring. So rather than have a pregnant mom with an unexpected, unplanned pregnancy have to demonstrate or prove that there's rape or incest involved, I think that person should be interfacing with their doctor and they make the decision whether or not this is, if you will, jeopardizing mom's life. This is the way I see it. But more importantly, we're at the cusp of having a big discussion, and we do that by being kind and compassionate to one another. I am absolutely in favor of providing universal adoption support. I want to provide more information about natural family planning, more contraceptive access, cheaper access. I want to do as much as we can. But most importantly, right now, I think this is about a conversation, not about a witch hunt, not about criticizing anyone. One person's extreme might be another person's moderation. I think Governor Walz is extreme if he thinks that it's okay to do an abortion in the 39th week of gestation. If we're literally on the cusp of having a new life come into our world and pass through a few inches of a birth canal, and yet we're saying that at that later date, an abortion can take place, I'm saying that's extreme. There's 7 countries in the world that are as liberal as the United States when it comes to abortion. We're keeping company with China and North Korea. Is that where we want to be? Is there a compromise out there? How do we do this? How do we talk about this? I welcome the conversation, but in Minnesota, the Roe v. Wade overruling last week doesn't change anything because we've got Supreme Court decisions that have already spoken to the issue. Let's have a conversation, Minnesota. Thank you.